Man, I was going back and forth on this game, and I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Hey guys, this is your favorite neighborhood gambler, Moss Money. Thanks for clicking on my video. If you're into gambling, if you're into winning money at gambling, hell, if you love talking Eagles, this is the channel and the videos for you. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, tell a friend to tell a friend, and enjoy the shows. All right, let's go with tonight's game. 7:30, Notre Dame and Penn State. We are Notre Dame is favorite -1.5. Total is 45. Man, I was going back and forth on this game, and I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I ain't got a motherfucking bet.
Mm,
I do not have a
that's
bet
probably
on
one of
this
the best
game.
games of the docket
I
for college
know,
football.
man, and everything tells me Penn State. I just
Mm,
don't know how I don't bet Penn State. But the line is saying it's a Notre Dame line.
mhm.
It's -1.5 for Notre Dame. So I don't know if the fix is in or what, but if you got something on this thing, man, let me know, man, because I don't I trust Penn State's defense. Do you know anything about Carter? I'm pretty sure Carter's going to be playing. Whether he's
I
100%
don't.
or not is different.
Yeah, I wouldn't bank on Carter. He's obviously not healthy. The shoulder injury. It's saying it's an arm injury. It looks like it's a shoulder. They were really focused on last game.
Yeah.
That tells me it's probably separation of the shoulder that he's having issues keeping it in. I know that's a nagging issue as a D lineman, a rush D lineman, a rush end that you need your arms, you need your hands,
Yeah.
especially coming around the edges and swiping and ripping and swimming. I don't know how impactful he'll be if he was to play.
So let
So
me ask you this. You're looking at this.
and and
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
and let's give a shout out
Yeah.
to your alumni because that's what we're talking about.
Yeah. Let's
LaSalle
now.
alum,
Yes. Yes, sir.
representing the brotherly love city of Philadelphia, right outside of LaSalle University High School, or LaSalle
The
College
high
High
school.
School. Sorry.
Yeah. LaSalle College High School. Yes. He is an alum. Um, they stopped doing the alumni association. Well, the African American Alumni Association when we used to go back and talk to the kids. So I've never met him.
Mm,
I didn't meet Zaire Franklin either, another LaSalle alum that's in the league as well. Man, they've been putting kids in the league, man.
they are.
What happened in my year? What happened to us?
Yeah, new era, new era.
But yeah, no, shout out to him, shout out to LaSalle for sure. But looking at this game and thinking that there is no Carter on this defense.
Hmm.
Now, the what number was he? Was it 33 or 13? Was it somebody I think it was 33. I forget the kid's name who came in
13, 13.
13. It was 13. Okay. Who was the end that was back up the card? Not bad, right?
Mhm.
Not built like
All
Carter.
13 was on the field.
He's actually bigger than Carter. He's a little bit rangier. He's more the typical pass rusher you see nowadays. Carter's a little bit more compact, a little bit more explosive, and obviously a top five, maybe the best defensive prospect in the NFL draft
For
uh,
sure.
coming out. Uh, is this why that line is like this? Because it's already baked in that
No.
Carter's not going to be relevant in this game, or are you agreeing with the line? Like you're agreeing?
100%.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have so this is where I'm at. I have a future on Notre Dame to win it
yeah.
to win a
We
champ
talked
to
about
win a
Notre Dame being
championship.
a dark horse a while
Yep.
ago.
So I got
Yeah,
that ticket in. That ticket has been submitted. Um, and so it's kind of one of them things like, I don't really want to touch this unless I'm teasing up something with Penn State or something like that just to protect my other investment. It's too early to try to hedge that investment. So, listen, I love Penn State. I love what they're doing. This is the moment where we always question James Franklin, right? And his
hmm
football team, and if they're ready for the big game. This is the Ohio State game. This is the Michigan game.
yeah.
This is the big game that it seems like he always comes up short. I think Notre Dame, and we've been talking about this for the past, 8 weeks. They've just been hitting on all cylinders. Offensively, they've been dominant. Defensively, they've been dominant. They had a huge test against Georgia, although that was the backup. You just seen the way they were playing in all phases. Um, I think this game will be a little bit difficult. I think it will be a defensive battle, so I don't necessarily have a play on a total because I also feel like it can go the other way. So I think both these teams can score, depending on the game flow, right? Um,
Yeah, Penn State they can score if they get that running game going with Singleton and Allen.
mhm,
Notre Dame's gonna have some trouble, and the question is it's not if, it's will, right?
mhm.
We can all sit here and say, well, if they do this and they do that, then obviously this team can run. My thought is that I can't take Notre Dame. I know we both were on the Notre Dame as a dark horse because they had long odds and it just didn't make any sense. But my thought is that is Riley Leonard, going to be able to run the ball on this Penn State defense? And because he's not going to, we know he's not, his strong suit isn't really throwing the ball, but
Mhm.
it's that kind of dual threat. And
Yep.
he had a great game last game, with his legs, but I just don't know if he's going to be able to do that against this Penn State hawking defense. And that's what my problem is with this line, because I don't like, I get the matchup from Notre Dame's defense versus Penn State's offense. I can always say his name wrong.
Drew Aller.
Drew Aller.
Mhm.
Drew Aller is playing well, but he still makes some mistakes in my eyes every once in a while. He still misses some passes, so he's not a finished product just yet.
Mhm.
But if you ask me who the quarterback I want, is Drew Aller all day over Riley, right?
Yeah, for
And
sure. I think if you're
I just
comparing the quarterbacks, yeah.
yeah, and so I'm just thinking in my head, like, I can see Penn State's offense having more success against Notre Dame's defense, and I see Notre Dame's offense having success against Penn State's defense, and that's where I have a problem with this line in that -1.5. This is why I don't see it, and it's just a stay away game for me because
Yeah.
I can't, but I see the matchup being a little bit more favored for Penn State's offense versus their Notre Dame defense than vice versa. I mean,
And
what's your like take on this? Is this like, I just like, you think Notre Dame's offense is going to be able to really move the ball well? I guess enough against this.
I think it's fair to say that. I think it's gonna be in soccer terms, I think it's gonna be a cagey game. And what they mean by cagey, they means it's gonna be pretty much boxy, like, it's gonna be a tight battle
Mhm.
of great defenses on both sides. I think Drew Allar's gonna have some issues. I think, the run game, which they're gonna lean on, is gonna have some issues against the Notre Dame's defense. And also, I think Love and like you said, the quarterback for Notre Dame is gonna be able to kind
Oh,
of
Leonard.
Leonard, sorry,
Yeah.
Riley Leonard will be able to put pressure on a Penn State's defense, at least to getting first downs and moving the football. Um, so I think it's going to be very,
So
very
what's my first
cagey. I
half?
just think Notre Dame is just playing really good football right now, and I'm just going to lean heavy on that. Now, what I do have is some other plays here in in this game
Yeah, got
that I think are good looks. We can take a look at um,
kind of like first
anytime
half.
touchdown
Yeah, they don't have that on Bet
on the
Parks.
bet parks, but I would look
Yeah.
at, and it might be a little on the higher side. I do like Tyler Warren to score. It seems like that's been Drew Aller's. I would say Lamar Jackson's Mark Andrews. I feel like Tyler Warren has been a great, great piece to this offense. He's obviously going to be an NFL player, a top pick too. His hands are pretty amazing. The catch he had last week over three people in the end zone, which shouldn't have been
Yeah.
thrown to him, was a really nice
I didn't know
catch.
he was that uh pause. I didn't know he's that big. He's 6'6", 6'7".
6, yeah, 6'6", 6'7".
Yeah, I didn't know he was a
So he's
dude.
a big red zone target. So I
Yep.
would put some money in on anytime touchdown for Tyler Warren. I also would put some Riley Leonard anytime touchdown. You should get some even money, if not plus money, on Riley Leonard to score. So I think he'll have to use his legs against this Penn State defense. Um, Also looking at Jordan Faison overs in his receiving yards. It seems like over the last few weeks, Jordan Faison has been Riley Leonard's target. I think he's had over like 10 catches over the past few games for them than what he was getting all season. And that's pretty much what I'm looking at. We can take
Yeah.
a look at team totals.
Yeah, one was it pretty close. It was 21. and then 22. Notre Dame had 22 and a half. Penn State had 21 and a half when I was looking at it. I was starting to kind of, going what you were saying, boxy game. Um, who's going to hit the big play type game.
Wow. So what's the total? What's the game total?
Was it 40?
2?
Was it 42 or 45? Let me see. It might have been. Go back up. I would see. Yeah, there's 45. Yeah, 45 points.
Yeah. Well, them team totals don't make no sense, right? They
Yeah,
don't even add up.
21 and a half for Penn State, and then 22 and a half.
Oh, 22 and 21. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
So it's at
20.
that's
Yeah,
why it's 44 and a half, 45.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah.
I
I
like
would.
I like the under here. If I would lean anywhere on a bet, I would like the under at the 45 and a half. I don't think one of these teams are not going to get to their team total. They're not going to. I don't think they're both going to go over. And some way, some way, somehow, unless Love from Notre Dame gets a long run, or for whatever reason Franklin throws like a triple reverse flea flicker on first down on the first play of the game.
Mhm.
um, you know, like you said, boxy kind of heavyweights hitting each other. See who
Yeah.
can see who can last the round. I would lean under here is where I would go.
I agree. I would also look at first quarter. Um, Probably first quarter under 9.5.
Yeah, that's where it is. That's what I just saw. Where's that at?
I think number one, both teams are going to try to establish the
Oh,
run.
9.5.
One thing you're not going to want to do early is turn the ball over,
Mm-hmm.
unless it's a fumble or something like that. So I don't see James Franklin nor Notre Dame trying to take big plays. I think they're going to really want to try to establish the run, see what they got. So Love will get the ball early. I think you said the dual threat with Allen and Singleton will get the ball early. I think that's going to run that first quarter clock out. I think it's going to be one of them boxing matches, like you say. Getting a boxing match that first round is going to be a little bit, measuring where we got what's going on. It's going to be. I don't know if there's any rain in the forecast at Miami. I'm sure the weather's going to be pretty
I don't
warm.
think so. I think it's like 65, 70.
There's new grass on the field too, so we all know about the new grass. For some reason, they like to put brand new grass in for these big games randomly a week before, and then people are slipping all over the place. So hopefully that's not the case here. So look at the first quarter for me will be under, and then I'll take a couple anytime touchdowns. I have been hot on anytime touchdowns in the NFL. I have been hot on anytime touchdowns in college over the past 3 weeks. So those would be my plays for this game.